Hi everyone, Betty here from Betty's Creative Boutique. Today I'm going to show you how to make a stencil with your Cricut Maker. We're going to make the stencil because we're making a project later on that we need a stencil for. So we're going to make a stencil with the Cricut Maker. If you do not have a Cricut Maker, don't get discouraged because you can buy stencils at the dollar store. The dollar store has many stencils. Here you have the uppercase alphabet, lowercase alphabet, cursive looking alphabet, and then also they have some words. They probably, well they do, they have pictures, they have a couple different kinds. If for some reason you can't find something at the dollar store that you like, they also sell the same type of stuff at Hobby Lobby and also Michael's. And they also have some where it already has a saying on it, which is what we're going to make today. We're going to make one that's a Thanksgiving saying. And okay, so this is the first time I've ever made a stencil, so this is going to be new for me also. So we're going to learn this together. To start, we're going to need a piece of vinyl for your Cricut Maker. It doesn't matter what color the vinyl is, it can be any color. I just had red laying around, and this is a removable vinyl. I don't know that it really matters too much, but it probably is better to use the removable one because we are going to actually stick it onto our project, and then we're going to do some painting over it, and that's why we need this stencil. So we need that, the vinyl. We also need the Cricut mat. Now this is a standard mat. They come in different grips. This one's standard grip. There's light grip, there's heavy grip. We just need the standard. You probably could use light grip if that's all you have at home. So, okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to peel off the top and we're going to set that to the side. It always has a top on it. You want to keep the top on it because it's sticky and you don't want everything sticking to it. I have dogs, and so dog hair would be stuck all over it. It still gets that way, but not as fast. Okay, so we're going to take our vinyl, and they usually come in sheets 12 by 12 and bigger. So we're going to stick it all the way to the end, and then we're going to burnish it down, which you can take something like this, this is my Pampered Chef scraper. They sell them for Cricut. They're white, and I'm not sure how much they cost, but you can buy them from Cricut or from Michael's, Hobby Lobby, probably the dollar store. I've never looked for them there because I have my Pampered Chef one. And what you're doing is you're just pushing it down so that there's not bubbles on your mat. All right, so it's nice and tight like this. Now I'm going to load it into my Cricut Maker, so I'm just going to set it in here for now, and then I'm going to show you how to download the design we want onto Cricut Space. I have it already downloaded. I'm going to show you how to get it to Cricut Space. If you have a Cricut Maker, you probably already know how to do a lot of this, but I'm going to show you the design that we're going to do today. So I'm going to come over there and I'm going to grab you guys. So I want to make sure you guys can see my whole screen. Okay. If you have a Cricut Maker, then you're going to have this on your screen. Down here where it's highlighted and it has the green C. We're going to click on that twice, and it's going to bring up our Cricut Design Space. Okay, so once Cricut Design Space is up, it's going to show you my Cricut Design Space. So it has my things that I have saved. So what I want to do is I want to click up here. Can you see up here where it says New Project, where my arrow is? It's in green, or on here it looks like it's teal. So we're going to hit New Project. Now that brings up our Cricut Design Space. This is our workspace. So what we want to do now is come down here to the lower left-hand corner where it says Upload. We're going to click Upload. I have images that I've already uploaded, and so we're going to space down a little bit because I want the Gobble Till You Wobble. So we're going to click on Gobble Till You Wobble, and it's going to highlight in green, or on the screen it looks teal. And then we're going to hit Insert Images down here in the right-hand corner. We're going to click on that, and it's going to bring our image into Design Space. Now I know the project that we're going to make later is an 8.5 by 10.5. And so I know that I want this to be at least 8 by 10. So you can either take this little arrow right here and move it in and out to make it as big as you want, or you can just go up here where it says more, and you would click where it says more, and it pops up showing you sizes. So it shows the width and the height. Well, we want to click on this little padlock right here, because then it opens the padlock. Now we can change the size of the width, and we're going to do the width at 10, which is 10 inches. And we're going to come over here and we're going to change the height to 8 inches. And it'll change our height to 8 inches. Then we're going to click the padlock again and close it. Now it's the size that we want it. So now what we want to do, we want to come over here. Well, we want to click on here. We want to make sure, let's see. Okay, it's all grouped together. So we want to take and hit weld, because we want all these words to be welded together. If we don't weld it, then it's going to have all the words will be separated when it cuts it. So we're going to hit weld. And then we are going to make sure that it's a 1/2 inch from each side. As you can see, it shows a ruler here. 2 squares equals a 1/2 inch, because 4 squares is 1 inch. So we're going to go 2 squares over and 2 squares down, because our project that we're putting it on is 8.5 by 10.5, and our picture is 8 by 10. So now we're going to hit make it. And now it shows our project on here. So now all you have to do is hit down here in the corner where it says continue. You hit continue. Now it's going to ask you what type of material. We have vinyl, so we're going to click this button over here that says vinyl. And then it has pressure. You can default to a different pressure. I usually do hit the arrow, and I always put more pressure, because I'd rather have it cut too deep than not cut enough. And so from there, we're ready to make it. So now over on your Cricut Maker, there's a flashing button. Okay, I'm going to press the flashing arrow, and it's loading our project into the Cricut Maker. So then there's a flashing C. You hit the C, and it's going to start cutting for us. Okay, so it's really pretty cool. It does all the hard work for us. So I'm going to put you back over here so I can finish talking to you. Okay. So once it comes off, we're going to what they call weed. So once it's done doing all its cutting, we are going to do something that's called weeding. I do enough of that in my garden. I don't know why I do it now with crafts too, but it's a little bit different of a weed. Okay, and this one will be easy because it's a pretty big project. If it was a small, like little small words, kind of like some of these are, let's see, it would be hard. Like something like this, it would be a little harder, because what you're doing is you're pulling out all those spots. See where it's missing? On our project, it won't be missing yet. We're gonna have to weed those parts out. On our project, it will be easy though, because it's a big project. It's bigger than these. So you can buy vinyl and all kinds of colors. And the reason you would want to do that is because some of your projects, you leave the vinyl on them. This project, we're not going to do that. That's why we're making a stencil. Also, it comes with all different kinds of tools. Some of them are for scoring, like if you're going to make a box or an envelope, it will score it to show you where to fold it. Some of them are for cutting wood. It only cuts wood that's 1/8 of an inch thick, and I have a hard time with that actually. It doesn't want to do it very good for me, so I have to practice on that a little more. And then it cuts paper and vinyl. So that's pretty much what I know so far. I'm learning, and you guys can learn along with me if you want to. Let's see, what else? So, okay, there's different kinds of markers. You can actually write on cards. You just put it in your Cricut maker, and the Cricut will write in cursive or whatever kind of writing you want on your cards. I know there's lots of other things you can do because there's different colors pens, but it's all things that I'm still learning, and so I'm going to have you guys learn with me if you're interested, and I hope that you are. So our Cricut maker is about at 100%. It's going to kick it out for us, and then we're going to hit this flashing button, and it's going to kick it the rest of the way out. Now we want to peel our vinyl off of our mat, and so they say to hold on to the vinyl and to just pull the mat off. So we're going to do that. And on my screen, it's asking me if we're finished. And so, first of all, I'm going to take this, put it back on my project so that nothing sticks to it, because it is sticky and you can get dog hair and everything else on there. So we try to keep it as clean as we can. So it's asking me if we're finished. I'm just going to hit finish. And we're just going to escape out of that because we're all done with that for now. And yes, we'll quit. Okay, so we're done with that. I'm just going to show you how to weed it. And what that means is that we are going to open the garbage can so I can throw this stuff in. We're just trying to pull it, all the little words off and leave. I'll show you in 1 second. So it's kind of all stuck together on a lot of it. Oh, it didn't leave his eye. We want to leave his eye. So for us, they do have weeding tools. The only thing I'm going to need it for is maybe his little eye here. So I'm actually using a skewer because I don't have weeding tools yet. That's going to be added to my Christmas list. We'll see if I get it. If not, then I'll buy it right after Christmas. But until then, my little guy's eye doesn't want to come off. All right, let me try that again. I'm trying to leave the little red eyeball behind because when we're painting, it'll leave his eyeball behind. Okay, I'll show you what I'm talking about. So what I was trying to get is that little dot for his eye, so that when we're painting, it'll leave that little dot for his eye. If not, we can always paint on an eye later. But I'm just trying to do it the best we can and show you guys how to use your stencil. All right, so now it's just going to take me a minute to weed the stencil, and then I'll show you the finished product. Okay, so now we have our stencil. It's going to say gobble till you wobble. Well, I'm going to put it a little closer because you can save the little pieces of your stencil, or I'm sorry, little pieces of your vinyl to use on other projects. And so I don't want to waste it, so I'm going to set that to the side. So this is our stencil we're going to use on our next project. If this video helped you and you enjoyed it and you want to see more videos from me, please like, share, comment, subscribe. All of those help me, and the more you help me, the more I can put more and more videos on. And I'm hoping to be able to do that because I enjoy doing this, making the crafts, and teaching you guys how to do some new projects. And we can learn a lot of them together. So I'm hoping that you guys will keep coming back. Have a great November day, and I will see you in a little while to do our next project.